Namaste, my friends. How are you today? Thank you for joining me for a little gentle yoga on this kind of rainy Thursday morning here in St. Martin. I hope my internet stays giving the waves through all those clouds out there. Sometimes we kind of blink in and out through the storms. So I'm here for you, whether the transmission goes or not. We're going to do some yoga. It's 10 o'clock. Let's get started and just begin by sitting comfortably and find yourself balanced on your hips with the arms and shoulders relaxed. And the back very, very straight. Think of lifting up through the spine, shining the love of your heart forward from your heart chakra, Anahata, the source of your love, the source of your sense of peace. That's to you, Audrey. Thank you so much. Hope everything's good at your house. All right, so sitting straight, letting the head lift up. Close the eyes for a moment and focus on the breath. Let the breath come in through the nose and fill the deepest part of your belly and all the way filling up the belly, then the diaphragm area, the lower chest, upper chest into the throat. Feeling the ribs expand as you fill the breath into the chest. Breathe in and expand as much as you can. And really feel that expansion. Hold it for a moment before you exhale through loose lips, like a balloon deflating. Just let it all come out. And at the end of your exhalation, squeeze your belly in, force all that old air out. We don't want any remnant air lingering in the body capacity. Just allow it to go out now. Squeeze the belly in and blow. And inhale. Squeeze in the belly. And inhale again through the nose. And just let the breath go back to a natural rhythm, a natural extension in and out. Let your breathing just settle in and be exactly what it wants to be, without any forcing, without any suggestions from your mind. Let the breath itself lead you into this next exercise, which we're just going to allow the head to drop forward, keeping the back straight. Let the chin come all the way down to the base of the neck. And the back of the neck, back by where your muscles and ligaments connect to the skull, release. Release even more as you exhale the next time. Visualize the back of the neck stretching like a bungee cord. The weight of the head pulling down like a bowling ball on the end of a bungee cord, pulling it down. And it's amazing, your head will drop farther down than you ever thought possible as you start this process. Every exhalation, let the head drop farther down. Nice. All right, move your chin 1 inch to the left. Hold it there as your nose sort of points towards your armpit. Keep breathing in every exhalation. Lengthen the back of the neck, letting the head be heavy in front, the forehead dropping down. Remember, we're breathing in through the nose, out through loose lips, as long as that suits you, if that's good for you. Beautiful. Let your head come back to the middle and just let it fall forward. Remember, we're visualizing that the head is heavy, like a bowling ball, pulling down on your tissues at the back of your neck, your vertebrae, your ligaments and tendons, your fascia, your blood vessels, your nerves, your muscles. Let all of that go as we move the chin 1 or 2 inches to the right, allowing your nose to point towards your armpit, and every time you exhale, let your head drop down farther. Not forcing it, but just allowing it to be heavy and drop through its own weight. Relax the muscles in the shoulders and neck. Even something just as simple as this is so intense and so helpful to the body. Inhale through the nose, exhale through loose lips, let everything go with the exhalation. Nice. Slide that chin back to the middle and just let your head hang forward for a moment as you breathe. Think about straightening your back a little bit, but keep your head pointed down, nose pointing down, eyes gazing towards your feet or your hips or the floor, or just eyes closed is fine. When you're ready with an inhalation, slowly bring the face up to neutral and blink your eyes open. Blink, blink, blink. Keep breathing. Let's look right and left. Over the shoulder, turning the head to its full range of motion. Left and right, breathing in and out. Nice. Let's turn a little music on, get the background ambiance as we move our head left and right, breathing in and out. In and out. In and out. Nice. Beautiful. Coming into your body. Thank you for that. Let's put our hands in a prayer pose and bow the head just slightly. Find yourself drifting in your inner universe, in balance in the body. Awareness connected deeply to your breath. Fill your heart with gratitude. And love yourself through whatever challenges that you're facing. Find your gratitude, find your love, find your self-worth, your value. It's all about being connected to the universe and connected to each other. Nice. Let's push that up into the heavens. Reach your hands up. Open your eyes. Look at the ceiling. Or if you're out of doors, look at the sky. Reach your hands straight up as high as you can. Big breath in here. Exhale, arms out to the side and down. Breathe in, lift up. Prayer hands down. Exhale. Bow the head. Breathe in, lift up. Stretch it tall. Exhale as your arms come down all the way down to the floor next to your hips. Exhale, bow your head. Lift up, breathe in, reach up, lift the face. And prayer hands down. Keep that going for 3 more full inhalations and exhalations as I readjust my camera and get a little bit farther away so you can see what's happening on the yoga mat. Beautiful. All right, let's stretch those legs out. Give me a good L sit this morning. Pull the flesh away from the sitting bones, if that suits you. And flex your ankles so your toes point straight up to the ceiling. And reach the arms out and up. Straight back, reaching up, maybe looking up at the ceiling, flexing those ankles as much as you can, and see if you can get the back of your knees to communicate to the floor, down into the earth. The back of the knees is like a window to open up and let it breathe back there. Tighten up your knees and thighs, arms straight up, reach up, breathe in. Exhale, bring it down, and we're just going to take the hands to the top of the thighs, and you can relax through the body. Slide your hands towards your ankles and round your back. Look down at your knees. Exhale all your air out. And then come up and breathe in, straightening the back, shoulders back, and the elbows back. Big breath in. Exhale, round the back, reach for the ankles or perhaps the toes. Bring your face close to your knees. Exhale all your air out and right away come back up and breathe in. Elbows back. One more time, reach for your toes, round your back, drop your head. And then come up. Let's get the legs a little wider. Not so wide, just about twice your shoulder width, maybe a little less. Yeah, and flex the ankles, straighten your legs, open the knees and back. Sit tall, reach up. And we're going to take the right hand to the left foot. If you can, reach around to the little toe side of the foot and just grab a hold of that foot or that little toe edge. Your other hand, your left hand, can be out on the floor to support you. Look over your left shoulder. Pull a little bit with that arm against that foot. Work with your breath in this position. Breathing in, we lift a little bit through the torso. Exhale, collapse down, bringing your right ear to your left knee. I know it may not come that close, but think about this ear coming down close to this knee. If you just think about it, it helps. Exhale, bending, collapsing down. Inhale, straighten it up. Still looking over the left shoulder. 2 more breaths like that. Exhale, collapse down. Inhale, come back up. One more time, down. And as you come up, you can release the foot and reach the arms straight up. Both arms straight up. Flex your ankles. Reach up. Breathe in. Bring the elbows back. Bring your thumbs right into your armpits. Elbows way back. Breathe in. Lift your face. Exhale. Breathe up. Reach up. Inhale. Reach up higher. Beautiful. Exhale, bring the left hand to the right foot, reach around to the little toe edge and grab a hold if you can, and then right hand on the floor to support your body. Look over your right shoulder and work with your breath here to bend forward, collapsing as you exhale. Inhale, reach it up, straighten the torso a bit, all the time, looking over your right shoulder. Beautiful stretch for both sides of the body. Inhale, straightening up the torso. Exhale, collapsing forward, rounding the back, bringing the left ear close to the right knee, or at least thinking about it. Beautiful. 2 more slow breaths like that. Work with your breath. Work with your body. We're just warming up here. Taking it slow. Inhale, bring that left hand straight up. Bring the right hand up. Reach up, breathe in. Flex your ankles. Exhale, bring the elbows back. Thumbs go into the armpit. Fingers reaching forward. Elbows way back. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Lift your face. Big breath in. And exhale. Hands come to the floor between your knees. Round your back. Look down. Walk your hands forward. Soften everything in the body. Perhaps your elbows come just inside your knees onto the floor. Turn your hands palm up if you want. Round your back, drop your head. We're going to stay here for 5 full breaths. Live within your breath, your inhale, your exhale. Let go of everything in the body. Soften your legs, soften your feet. Remember, you're heavy now. You're soft and heavy. Round your back and really let your head lead the whole forward fold. The weight of your head, not holding it at all. just unrestrained. Let it drop. Find yourself in a very soft, very heavy, very balanced forward fold. Soften everything as much as you can. Keep breathing. Beautiful. Push yourself up and take a moment to just bring your legs in and scoot yourself into the tiniest little ball you can. Maybe flex your toes up. Your heels are on the ground, but your toes are flexed up. Ankles are flexed, toes point up. Tuck your head into that little private spot between your knees and your chest. And just let yourself be for a moment. So we're going to come up onto our knees for hero pose. So take a moment to just align yourself to sit on your heels with the knees bent. If this doesn't fit your knees, doesn't keep you happy with the knees, you have some options. You can put a pillow underneath your knees, or you can put it underneath your hips, or you can put it right in the crease of your knees, right in there. That works for a lot of people. Other options are to sit on a pillow to give yourself a little bit of elevation in the hips so you're not scrunching your knees so much. Hopefully you find some way to come up into the hero pose, but if that does not work for you, you can do these movements in any seated position as long as your back is straight. All right, so we're going to take a moment to just find our balance. And then bring the hands behind the hips, interlock the fingers, and straighten the arms. If this doesn't work for you so much, if you have a small piece of fabric, you can use that so your hands don't have to actually interlock. They can be a little distance apart, both holding on to a belt or cloth, a handkerchief, anything like that. You can even use your shirt. But once you get in this position, think about shoulder blade squeeze. Lift the head, lengthen the neck. Squeeze the shoulder blades at the top, right at the base of the neck. See if you can squeeze right there. Keep breathing. Squeeze in the middle of your shoulder blades, right behind the shoulders themselves. Yes, and then see if you can squeeze at the bottom of your shoulder blades down, just above your waist area in the back. Base of the shoulder blades. Slide the squeeze up and down, all the way up, all the way down. Maybe you want to bend your neck up and down if that feels good. And we're going to work with the shoulders next. So this is a good precursor to getting the shoulders ready to work. All right, now if you are done with this, you can come out of this position. If you want to go into the little bit more advanced pose, what we're going to do is hinge at the hips and bring the forehead down to the mat and let the hands drift up above the head in their interlocked position. This is intermediate to advanced, sorry, and bring your hands overhead. If you want to go to the advanced, you're going to come up off your hips, off your heels, and lift the hips up into the air and let the hands travel almost all the way to the floor on the opposite side of the head. Let the hands be heavy and drop. Keep breathing. All right, and then come on to the heels, bring the body up, release the arms, and just shake them around, roll them around, swing them around. All right, let's see if we can come up onto our knees here. All right, so your knees are underneath your hips here, so there's some space between your knees, at least as much as a fist, the width of your fist between your knees. You want a little bit of stability, so don't bring your knees too close together, you might be too tippy. All right, arms come out to the side and up, breathe in, reach up. Drop the right hand down. You can watch it as it goes. We're going to bring it all the way down by the knee. Let the fingers touch the side of the knee. Walk your fingers a little lower, maybe right down to the mat. And bring the other hand in the air up over. Feel a juicy stretch throughout the other side. Keep breathing. Try to breathe air into your armpit and into the side ribs, all the way from your fingertips to your hip. Send the hip that way, to the far left. If you're bending towards the right, send your hips to the left. Stretch and breathe. Nice. With your next inhalation, we're going to walk those fingers up the thigh, up the side of the leg, up towards the hips. And bring that hand into the air. Watch it rise. Stretch it straight up. Breathe in. Bring that left hand down, let it slowly drop. Watch it hang next to your leg down there. Reach up with the other hand. Tap your hand against the side of your leg. Walk your fingers down towards the knee. Maybe the fingers come all the way to almost touch the floor. And stretch the body over. Juicy stretch for the armpit, side ribs, waist, all the way up to your fingertips. Breathe. Beautiful. Walk your fingers up your leg, bring the body upright. Left hand rises, watch it rise. Reach it up, straight up, breathe in. Let's come down into table position. So we're on our hands and knees. And we just take our time to do a little cat and cow. Make sure your shoulders are right over your wrists, knees right under your hips, fingers spread wide. Sway the back down and lift the face, lift the tailbone. Remember to keep pushing away with your shoulders and arms. Don't scrunch. Keep it lifted and elongated, creating space all around the shoulders. When you're ready, round your back, drop your head, drop your tailbone. That's your cat position. Then you come into cow. Find your rhythm. Work with your breath and your movement. Speed is perfect. Just keep rounding the back up, dropping the head and tailbone, and exhaling. Swaying the back down, lifting the tailbone and the head. Inhale. Be with yourself. Listen to the body. Don't think about anything on your to-do list. Don't worry about any world events. Remember the serenity prayer. Lord, help me to have the courage to change the things I can change, peace to accept the things I cannot change, and the wisdom to know the difference. Right now, the only thing we want to change is our health and our happiness. We want both to improve, so keep breathing and moving, stretching, creating space, and keeping all of the fluids in the body active and doing their job, moving. No stagnant water, no stagnant moisture, no stagnant air. going to start to look right and left. Around the shoulder, look for the hip. Stick the hip out. Even if you don't see it, look for it. That's the important thing. We're looking around the shoulder for the hip. One side, then the other, back and forth. Any speed is perfect. Take your time or go fast. If you want to wiggle your tail like a puppy dog, then you can do that back and forth. Whatever feels right to you right now. If you want to go back to arch and sway, that's okay too. And we're just going to come back to table now and thread the needle. Bring the left hand behind the right wrist all the way down and bring your shoulder to the floor. The side of your face comes down to the floor. Your right elbow will be high over your right wrist. And press a little bit into the floor with that right hand. We'll stay here for 3 to 5 slow breaths. Beautiful. Push against the ground and bring yourself back up into table. Arch and sway. Cat and cow. Breathe in. All right, let's thread the needle on the other side. Now the right hand goes behind the left wrist all the way through. Bring the shoulder down, bring the face down. Keep that left elbow right over the left wrist and press a little bit with the hand to activate the muscles in the shoulder blade and underneath the shoulder blade. If you choose to do that, it really is very helpful to any tension that lives behind and under your shoulder blades. Breaths in and out. Beautiful. Come back into table position, arch and sway. Let's try puppy dog stretch. Come down onto your elbows. Hands flat on the floor. Knees a little bit wider than your hips. And let the middle of the back sway down, tilting the pelvis up. Just draw up your head, let your neck relax. Here, come back up into table, turn your toes under, and let's try an early downward dog, just to stretch the back of the legs a little bit, and come up off of our knees. Stretch the hips up, find your feet in a nice place, push away with your hands, lift the tailbone up and back. Take some breath here. Let's bring the left foot forward in between the hands. And if you need to, you can reach back and grab the foot and urge it forward like I just did. Some people can just put their foot there. Others have to encourage it a little bit. That's fine. And we're going to see if we can stand on these feet. Bring the hands up. If you need, you can put your hand on your knee to bring yourself up. find yourself into a beautiful forward lunge. Open up to the side. Arms can come out from the shoulders. And you find yourself in Warrior Two. Think about lifting the heart. At the same time, lift the top of the head and sink down through the pelvis. So we create space between the vertebrae as we lengthen the spine. And let's drop the back hand down to the leg and lift the front hand up, arch it back. Graceful warrior. And back to Warrior Two, arms level from the shoulders. Bring that back hand over the top to join the front and bend forward. Put your hands on the ground by your foot and come back to downward dog. Lift the hips, drop the head, breathe. All right, now the right foot's going to come up between the hands. Again, if you need to, you can take that ankle or shin in your hand and place it between the hands. And then find your strength in your legs. Lift the body up to Warrior Two. It's just a lunge with the hips and shoulders open to the side. Arms out to the side. Lift the heart. Lift the top of the head. Sink the pelvis down. The spine. Find balance. Feel fierceness, confidence, strength. And let's go to the graceful warrior. Drop the back hand to the leg and lift the front hand up and back, gracefully arched back. Back to flat arms, Warrior Two. Hold here. And bring the back hand over the top of the head, over, reach forward, down to the floor, back to downward dog. Lifting the hips, dropping the head, breathe. Maybe take your dog for a walk, walk one heel up, one heel down, shifting your weight, sending the hips to the left and to the right. All your weight on your toes, both heels way up in the air. Push the hips back and up, drop the head between the arms. Big stretch, feel it in the back of your legs. Feel it in the back of the hips. Drop your heels, if you can, all the way to the floor. Keep the legs active, reaching up. And the knees come down. And let's just come back to seated, comfortable, easy position. That was a lot of work for the wrists, so let's give them a bit of a wrist circle here, wrist around and around, breathe. Other way around, follow around the circle. And back the other way. Go ahead and tap, 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 slap, 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 like you have dust on your hands and you're trying to get it off. And interlock the fingers, squeeze and release. Squeeze and really use the muscles in the arms and shoulders and hands. Squeeze, release, open it up, breathe in. Think about your heart pumping blood through the body as your hands open and close, squeezing and releasing. Maybe you can imagine that this is sort of a metaphor for your heart doing this work. Just appreciate it. Keep breathing. Beautiful. Let's invert the hands forward, round the back, drop the head. Lift it up overhead. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the back of the head, elbows wide and back. Look up through the top of your eyes, blink. Circle your eyes around if you want to, one way and then the other. or just look up and blink. Reach it up, stretch up, breathe in. Exhale, round your back down. And bring those hands all the way to the floor. Round your back. Just rest for a moment with your head round. Your head bowed and your back rounded. Shoulders slumped. Everything in balance. Everything quiet. Everything still. Straightening up your back, lift your face, big breath in here. Fill your heart with gratitude and love as you breathe in. And as you exhale, visualize that love and that peace and that contentment expanding out in an aura of joy, beautiful colors around you, spreading out into the world. Let it go in all directions. You are the source. You are the conduit through which love and peace travel into this world. Let it come. Okay, folks, let's put our legs out in a nice wide straddle, as wide as you like. Don't overstretch. Pull the flesh away from your sitting bones if that suits you. Arms come out over the legs, parallel to the floor. We reach and reach. Feel a beautiful shifting of weight from left hip to right hip, reaching those hands out over the toes. Stretch, breathe, find some good energy. Reach, reach. All right, back to the middle. Bring the arms straight up, palms up, breathe in, lift. Prayer hands down. Push up, breathe in. And from here, just the right hand drops all the way down. Let it come underneath and we stretch. Bringing the right ear close to the right knee, stretching through the left side of the body. Up and over, all the way around, arms move like a windmill. Breathe. Breathe in, and up it comes. Swing the arms all the way around. And allow yourself to sort of just be in this moment. Arms are graceful. Body is strong. Flexibility is challenged, but okay. Three more on each side. 1, 2, and 3. Coming up. Take it straight up. Breathe. Keep holding your hands up in a prayer position right over your top of your head. Feel the alignment of all your chakras, from your root chakra all the way up to your crown chakra. You've got a great deal of energy as you stack these energy centers, one on top of the other. Keep breathing. With your next exhalation, keep the length in the body, but let the arms slowly sink down, finding a place to rest right in front of your heart. Bow your head, keep your back straight. Nice. Hands come to the floor, bend the elbows. Find a range of motion that's good for you. However deep you come is fine. Even if you just go half an inch, that's your range of motion. Embrace it, appreciate it, respect it, and work with it. Acknowledge where your edge is. Say, oh, hello, that's where you should stop, and come back up to your comfort zone. Take a breath and exhale. Come back to nudge against that edge and come up. Come down and stay down. If you want, you can maybe shift onto your elbows, or maybe you like to have a pillow to support the head. When you're ready, come halfway up and walk your hands over to your right side, your right leg. One hand on either side of the knee. Bow your head over that knee. Perhaps reach for your foot with your hands. That's optional. Halfway up and walk your hands back to the middle. Let's do 3 elbow bends. 1, come up and breathe. 2, come up, take a breath. 3, and halfway up, walk to the left side now. One hand on either side of your left knee. Bow your head over that left knee. Perhaps the hands want to reach for the foot. That's certainly allowed. Stay here for 2 or 3 deep breaths. Hands to the floor. Push yourself halfway up and walk back to the middle. 3 elbow bends. Here we come down for another. Stay for a while if you can. And then walk your hands back towards your hips. And let's bring those legs in, bend the knees. Find a beautiful posture through the spine, resting the arms, palms up, perhaps a sacred circle with the finger and thumb. Shoulders relaxed, mind peaceful. We're going to try and do a long, slow inhalation and really feel the molecules of air moving into the body, all the way from the nose, through the throat, into the chest, expanding the chest. And then we're going to visualize that the molecules of air travel through our whole body, because they do. It's just that normally you can't appreciate it, but we're going to try and imagine it, and maybe we even feel like we feel that connection. So here we go, breathing in. Let's take those prayer hands right to the heart, and the thumbnail area of the thumbs, right at your heart, right at your sternum. And then bend the thumbs a little bit so the thumb joint is a little bit of a blunt instrument, and we're going to just tap at the heart. Let's switch it to fingertips or knuckles. If you have long fingernails, you don't want to stab yourself, you can use your knuckles. But if you've got nice blunt fingers, that's the best thing. Tap, tap, tap. Really thumping more than tapping. Thump, thump, thump. At the sternum. Across the chest. Out and in. Breathing. Stimulating your thymus glands. And the other glands in thyroid glands and all of the things that keep the chemistry of your body in balance. Keep your immunity in its top strength. Thump, thump, thump in the sternum area. And remember, you've got your collarbone here to guide your index finger going out and in, out and in. We're just below the collarbone with the index finger. Thump, 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 out and in. Breathe. Let's go just above the collarbone into the base of the neck and work your way up to under the jaw and down to the collarbone. Up, breathe in, down, exhale. On up into the cheeks, above the jaw, into below the eyes, and to the jaw. Up and down. A nice strong thump stimulating all of the glands of the face. Bringing in elasticity to the muscles and the skin. Thump, thump, thump. Breathe. We're going to go up above the eyes, up to the eyebrows, up to the forehead, where the hairline is or where the hairline once was, and down to the eyebrows, up and down. Keep breathing. Thump, thump, thump. Tap, tap, tap above the eyebrows, around the temple area, down the cheeks, down to the jaw, down the neck, all the way to the collarbone, back to the thymus and sternum, out and in. Nice. Rotate your wrists. Excellent. Okay, we're going to find ourselves on the ground, on our side, like a fetal position. If you have a small pillow, it might be beneficial to use that just to support your head. And the lower, I'm going to be on my left side, so my left arm, my lower arm is extended straight out. My head is on a pillow. If you don't have a pillow, maybe your arm is under your head. Knees are stacked and together. Everything is bent. Hips are bent, knees are bent. Allow your head to just rest on a pillow or on your arm. We're going to work this shoulder right now. Extend your lower arm out, palm up. Reach your upper arm straight up to the ceiling, and then bring it to join your hand. Maybe I need to move a little bit so you can see my hand. Okay, bring this upper hand down. So hand to hand, palm to palm, flat on the ground there. Now, upper hand and reach forward or farther away from your shoulder. Farther away. Reach it as far as it'll go. And now we're going to make a circle. Bring it up overhead. Bring it up. If it's palm up or palm down, doesn't matter. Just work your shoulder and you think about taking your elbow all the way around the biggest circle possible. All the way around. Breathe. Reach forward and up. Reach back. Opening the chest to the ceiling. Bring that arm all the way around. Breathe. The biggest possible circle that you can manage. Work that shoulder. Breathe. Slow it down. Don't be in a hurry. Especially when the arm comes back and the chest opens to the ceiling. Take your time right there. Maybe even stop and enjoy a little bit of a spinal twist. Keep going all the way around. Two more times, all the way. And hold it in your open chest, open to the sky. Take your right knee, your top knee, and cross it over a little bit if you want to. Just accentuating that spinal twist. Allow the head to look up at the ceiling or maybe drop it so it looks towards the right. Gentle with your neck though, don't overstretch. Nice. Bring the knees together and bring that arm over. Just rest in fetal position for a moment. Elbows bent and stacked. Knees bent and stacked. When you're ready, switch over to your other side. This time, I'll be on my right side. Knees bent and stacked. It's just the fetal position again. The bottom arm, for me it's my right arm, extended straight out, palm up. Take that upper arm, for me it's my left arm. Reach it straight up from the shoulder. Reach it towards your hand on the floor and allow them to be palm to palm for a moment. And the upper hand is going to reach farther, 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 as far as you can. Reach it out. And now we start moving it up, overhead, transcribing a large circle on the ground or in the air above your shoulder. Think about allowing the elbow to lead the way in the big circle. Breathe in. Breathe in. Make a circle as possible, as long as you don't have any pain or discomfort. If you do have pain or discomfort, make your circle smaller, or just rest. Find a version of this exercise that works for you, or just rest. Breathe. Always breathe. Let's let that elbow go back. Open the chest to the ceiling. Looking up at the ceiling, and maybe take your top knee and cross it over and up a little bit, accentuating the spinal twist. And begin your circle. Let's see if we can go the other way around. Breathe. We're going to do a lot of work on our shoulders today. When you're ready, just allow yourself to resume your gentle, perfectly balanced side resting pose, also known as the fetal position. From here we're going to roll on to our back, so just allow yourself to come Back onto the floor. And stretch your legs out. Stretch your arms overhead. And stretch your body as long as possible. Really breathe in, expanding your ribs in all directions. Breathe in big. Stretch long. And then release and let everything sink down. Let's bring the hands alongside the body. Palms down, fingers pointing towards your feet. Bend the knees, put the heels on the ground close to your hips. And then sort yourself out so you feel nice and flat on the ground, in the spine and in the hips and the shoulders. We're going to tilt the pelvis and push the lower back flat against the floor. So we tilt and push. Tighten the belly, tighten the buttocks, tighten the kegel, release and relax your chest and shoulders. Squeeze in, keep breathing. Keep breathing, don't hold your breath. Really, really pushing your lower back down hard onto the floor. Building core strength the easy way. Keep breathing. Three more deep breaths in and out. Keep pushing your lower back down. All right, release and relax. Bend the knees, bring them into your chest, and put your hands right on your knees. Squeeze it in and release. Beautiful. Hands come down to the floor again. Feet down to the floor as well. Knees up. Tilt your pelvis, squeeze the belly in. Push the lower back hard against the floor. Squeeze the buttocks, squeeze the hips, squeeze the kegel. Release your chest and shoulders. Keep breathing. Push the lower back hard down into the floor. Don't stop breathing. It's a lot to think about, so I'll be quiet so you can concentrate. You know what you have to do here. Keep breathing. Three more breaths. And release, relax. Stretch the legs out. Find a gentle Savasana. Arms out to the side, palms up. Feet apart just a little bit. Let the feet flop outward. Notice the energy in the body, notice the breath. Take a moment to just observe the energy, the sensations, connections, and the awareness. This is your Savasana. Complete relaxation, but don't fall asleep. The challenge is to be 100% aware while you are 100% relaxed. I invite you to stay in Savasana as long as you can. Drift through your inner universe, eyes closed, breath alive, sensations speaking to you of your aliveness, your awareness. Keep connected to your yoga, your gratitude, your radiant heart, spreading love and peace throughout the world with each intention of your soul. What a wonderful way to spend an hour. Thank you for spending your time with me. I'm very grateful, and I grant you my most sincere, most heartfelt namaste.